but he's sort of told some stories that don't line up quite like this before.
Yeah, this president has a pattern at this point of either inventing or embellishing stories about his own past.
CNN is calling Joe Biden out big time on his lies. But why are they doing that? I'll tell you this, I don't trust them. What is their motive? Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Propaganda outlet number one, CNN. Wow, they're great work, guys. Journalism, that's what you do. So obviously they've been doing the bidding of Joe Biden, more specifically the Democrat Party, since the beginning of time, since before dinosaurs pretended to walk the earth. But now, just recently, CNN is calling Joe Biden out on his lies. And by the way, he lies a lot. That's pretty straightforward. But call me a little conspiratorial-minded person, which I am, proud of it. I don't believe for a second there's just like a straightforward, like, oh, CNN's calling out his lies because he's lying. No! Like, they have lied for Joe Biden more often than they haven't. So the question is, why are they calling Joe Biden out now? Why are they throwing him under the bus? Is there a greater plan at play here? And if so, it appears as though CNN's in on it. And if so, who's controlling CNN? Who above Biden, above CNN, is controlling CNN? That's a question we're going to contemplate in a second. But first, let's take a look at this quick clip of trusted journalists at CNN calling Joe Biden out.
He has done, I don't know if it's similar things, but he's sort of told some stories that don't line up quite like this before.
Yeah, this president has a pattern at this point of either inventing or embellishing stories about his own past.
By the way, I think his invented stories are pretty entertaining. Dude, Maui wildfires, I had a Maui wildfire in my kitchen, for sure. My son, who died in the United States in a hospital, he died in Iraq. Dude, totally. Mm-hmm.
His biography. He did it 3 times in one speech last month alone. He claimed he had witnessed a bridge collapse in Pittsburgh when he actually showed up about 6 hours later. He claimed that his grandfather had died just days before he was born himself at the same hospital. In fact, his grandpa died more than a year before in a different state, not the same hospital. And he also repeated a favorite false story that I and others have debunked over and over again about a supposed conversation with an Amtrak train conductor he was friends with, who was actually deceased at the time the conversation would have had to take place.
I love that. And just an honorable mention, this isn't a lie, it's just idiocracy. A few months ago, he was giving a speech, and he was asking, like, there's a dead congresswoman, and he was asking why she wasn't there. It's like, yeah, she's dead. The beautiful part of that is it makes Biden look bad, but at least he's not lying. It's just him being cognitively compromised. So I just had to throw that out there.
And that's not all. There are some more serious ones in my view. Previously in his presidency, he claimed at one point he'd been arrested during a civil rights protest.
He was arrested in the civil rights protest. Were you, Joe?
In other versions of the story, he just said an officer had taken him home from a protest. He said he had visited the Pittsburgh synagogue where worshipers were killed in a 2018 mass shooting. In fact, he had actually spoken to the rabbi, but never went. And he's made a whole bunch of others too. He said at one point, Republicans like to bring this up, he said that he used to drive a tractor trailer, he used to drive an 18-wheeler. Never happened. The White House later clarified he used to drive a school bus at one point as a job briefly.
Really? I don't think we should let this guy near kids, by the way.
School bus, of course, not an 18-wheeler. So whatever his intentions, whether it's, foggy memory about stuff that's going on decades ago or deliberate embellishment, this is an unfortunate pattern that keeps coming up again and again with Joe Biden.
Cool. So the first question, the least relevant question, by the way, when Biden's doing this, are they deliberate lies or are they untruths being told out of the consequence of a effed up brain? I would say we know for sure he's dishonest. That part is completely clear. We know he's dishonest. Oh, my son's laptop with all the crap about me. That's Russian disinformation. But Russia did that. So he's lied countless times. So we know he's dishonest. And we also know he's cognitively effed up. So I think the answer to, are these lies that he says, are they outright lies because he's dishonest, or are they expressions of his cognitive decline? I think the simple and accurate answer is both. Then to the question that really matters. Why is CNN doing this? This propaganda outlet that does the bidding of the Democratic Party. Why are they calling Joe out? Why are they trying to make him look bad? They're not trying, like he's just bad. And they're like letting him look the way he actually looks, which is weirdly refreshing. Why are they doing that? My thought is this. There's an orchestrated attempt that now is the time to throw Joe Biden under the bus. Now is the time to get rid of him. You know, we like useful idiots. We don't like useless idiots, and this guy's getting pretty useless. He can't play the role of a puppet anymore. It's just too obvious he's not there. It's too obvious he's not running things. So let's activate the page 49 out of the playbook of throwing him under the bus so we can get rid of him. Then we move in a new puppet. Hey, Gavin Newsom, come on over. Maybe Michelle Obama. Who cares? Just come on over. Just as of today, it's announced Hunter Biden is being indicted on federal gun charges. There's just no hiding anymore the Biden influence, bribery, corruption scandal with Ukraine when he was vice president. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, and I think the reason why it's coming out is they want it to come out. I think the Democratic Party, the deep state people behind it, I think they're now wanting Joe Biden out of the picture. They have no loyalty to him. They could not care less about them. They don't have souls. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is their own agenda and sensation of power that fills them precious. That's all they care about. So my prediction is they're deliberately in the process of throwing Biden under the bus. I don't think he's going to be running for president in 2024. Shocker. But they said he was gonna. Yeah, I don't think he is. So I think they're in the process of moving him out. You know, we're in the process. Right now, the CNN thing, it's like one drip of rationalization that will later be propagandized to justify why they're moving him out. When like his day in office is done, whether they're, and there's now impeachment inquiry into him, whether he's actually removed from office, or I think more likely, if they can keep the bastard alive, he finishes his term, but sometime in the not too distant future, he announces, hey guys, I'm going to finish my term because obviously I got the rest of the country to destroy, but I'm not going to run in 2024. I know I want to. I would definitely win. I'm definitely fit for office. But, just reviewing the future with my wife, what's her name? Jill? Yeah, my wife, Jill. I just think we want to live out the rest of our years relaxing. So I'm sorry to do this. I'm going to step down, withdrawing my bid to run for president in 2024. So I think that's part of the plan where he'll be able to retain some level of dignity. Truth is he has no dignity. Truth is he won't retain it, but he'll have the facade of retaining his dignity. I think the plan is in motion. This is just the beginning stages of it. So I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments why you think CNN is making Joe Biden look bad. No. Why they're letting Joe Biden look as bad as he is. And by the way, there's worse looks for him, but why they're letting badness of Joe Biden be seen. Why are they telling you about some of it? Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd be curious whether you agree, disagree with me, or have a different theory, maybe something that involves a fake moon landing. The moon doesn't actually exist. It's just a hollow spaceship where some sort of reptilian race lives that's been controlling humanity for thousands of years, who's now hybridized with people. Hi, Hillary Clinton. If you think this Biden CNN thing is tied in with that, you let me know that too, or if it's something different. I appreciate you, my freedom-loving friends, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video. But before that, I want to tell you about a sponsor I'm proud to have that helps support this channel. I'll tell you this, my friend, health equals freedom, and I consider our immune systems to be the most foundational part of our health, so much so that I consider our immune systems to be the declaration of independence for our health. So if you want great health, you have to have a strong immune system. The only question is, are you doing anything about it? I'll tell you about a game-changing formula that I'm using to strengthen and rebuild my immune system. It's Fierce Immunity by Rebel Lion. The Fierce Immunity formulation is what sets it apart from any other immune product on the market. Our formulators have used cutting-edge technology to test different ingredients across all the systems of the body. This gave them over 1 trillion data points of information, which helped them conclude the exact right ingredients to go into Fierce Immunity. And what sets Fierce Immunity apart from anything else isn't just the ingredients in the formula, but it's also found in how the ingredients synergistically work together. And that gives your immune system more support than anything else will. If you want the best immune product on the market, then just go to getfiercenow.com/JP. And while you're there, be sure to use a discount code AWAKEN for 15% off. It's time to get fierce.